Do you ever get those moments when you test something before it works perfectly fine, when you get into the main thing, it just completely fucks?
To me all the time, man.
That happens to my penis a lot.
Yo guys, welcome to Twitch Snake Gamers. I'm Twitch and we are back with another episode of Let's Talk Ball. My guests today are the guys from the Foul Mouth Network. We are also joined by Burnhard. How the fuck are you guys today?
Good, man. Good to be here.
Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, man.
So how have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Oh, we just been basically we put together this is Ken from Foul Mouths, and I was on the Tommy C show for a while, and still am part of the whole crew over there, but we kind of branched out and did our own thing, so we started the Foul Mouths Network, and we just been working on like gaming videos we have with the Filthy Mouth Gamer. We also have a podcast we do, kind of like what you guys are doing. Nice, man.
Yeah. I remember I watched one of your podcasts the other day, and I gotta say, it did make me laugh. It did make me laugh.
Yeah, we were all over the map. We touched on, we like doing the whole YouTube, not just drama, but just everything that's going on in the world of YouTube. And we also hit on some regular news and some topics like that. And we're just trying to get the podcast where it's supposed to be and just grow, try to grow positively, and get it good for entertainment value.
Nice one, man.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. What about you, Claire, man? How are you? How have you been?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Internet's been down for a couple days. Luckily, it came back on today so that I could catch you guys and be on here. Miraculously came back on. Verizon was supposed to come out and fix my stuff tomorrow, but here I am.
Nice one.
Yeah, the internet's been really wacky lately. The last 4 days.
Dude, it's a conspiracy.
They are coming.
They are coming.
All right. So normally on the podcast, I like call it improvisation game. I've been contemplating whether I should do it on this one. I'll leave it up to you guys. Normally I do a little improvisation game where we make up a little story out of sentences and we see where it goes. I will tell you now, we've never had a normal one. Every single fucking podcast I've done, it's all been completely fucked. If you want some examples, we've had a podcast called No Bill Cosby No. We've had a podcast called 10 Score Porn. We've had a podcast called we've had fucked up podcasts. So it's up to you guys. If you guys want to do the improvisation game, we can. If you want to do something else, then you're cool.
Yeah, we're down to try anything.
Give it a go.
All right. We're each going to say a sentence each. And then from there, we're going to create a story. It could be a lovable lullaby, or it can be something not suitable for YouTube, but it'll go on YouTube anyway. All right, so I'll start off, then we'll go to Cloud, then we'll go to Ken, and then we'll go to the Filthy Mouth Gamer.
Awesome.
All right. So long ago, there was three countries that were not getting along.
One day, one of the countries decided to figure out a way to get the three countries on the same page.
But no matter how much they sat down and discussed it, they could never get on the same page.
It was because one of the three countries was just a whiny twat.
Now, these three countries were North Korea, South Korea. And let's just put Japan in there for Anna.
We won't mention in this story which one of the countries was the whiny twat, but we'll leave it up to your imagination.
Latest.
They dealt with a lot of problems because they had to trade amongst each other for things that they didn't have and certain countries did have.
Really? North Korea, South Korea trading?
South Korea spent most of their time laughing at North Korea because their fucking leader looks like a guy doing an Elvis impersonation.
What them gunman style?
So, also we have Japan in the background, just being like, "We're here, hi." And when the country that just tried to get these three countries together, let's say Russia. Russia had a backup plan for this. They knew it was going to work.
Russia's backup plan was to see out of which of the three countries they were gonna hold an Elvis impersonator competition, and who could do it the best.
So anyway, so when they decided to do this, their plan, was in the background. They didn't want anybody to know, but they were planning on getting all of the countries into one area at one time.
The problem was the Japanese were too busy worried about dirty panties in their what is it called? The
Dispenser.
The dirty panties in the dirty panty dispensers down in Tokyo. So they weren't really on the same page.
So while Japan are sorting out these diaper fucking knickers, we have South Korea and North Korea in this area. Now, some people would think this wouldn't work out. Some people would think blood would be spread. They're right to think that.
And they were right to think that because North Korea caught wind of these dirty panties and decided that they have to go on a panty cleaning what do we call riot. It's going to be a riot.
Gotcha. So anyway, so they had their soldiers surround where these countries were, and they outnumbered them because they're really bigger, China and Japan or whatever we're using, and they had them raid the friggin' party where they were, and they had their soldiers run up to all the women and just start ripping their panties off.
So the South Koreans came in and they decided to gang all the women until they're in.
Why did they call you the foul-mouthed gamer?
I know.
Listen, I don't have that name for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm like a little satanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't when I go to church. You know?
I think it's gonna be the first podcast I have to do beep. No, but so the two leaders of these countries, King John, Lord Savior, and the other guy, decided to square this out. Now normally both leaders will have their second right-hand man. South Korea had his man, and Jim Connon didn't have his hand man anymore because he killed him, his uncle,
And who was South Korea's right-hand man, you ask? Well, we'll tell you in the next sentence.
Oh, you're one of those guys, are you?
Well, that next man who he took on to help him out was none other than Keemstar, the YouTube legend. And he came up with this great idea that instead of continuing to, what was that you said again, Filthy Mouth Gamer? Fuck those girls until their pussies were bleeding or something like that?
Gang.
Okay. They decided instead of doing that anymore, that they would just start handing out laptops to everybody and get them all online and have them sign up to Drama Alert.
When they
Let's get right onto the news.
When they figured out that Keemstar was just as useless as King Jong-un, they decided to dig up the rotting corpse of King Jong-il and prop him up with the fucking centipedes and the maggots crawling in out of his eye sockets.
Jesus.
Isn't that fucking absurd?
Jesus, this story is fucking. I mean, this story is great. You couldn't fucking get. You couldn't write this, man.
Listen, I'm going to hell. Let me just say right now, I'm going to fucking hell.
Oh, I don't think anyone's going to heaven, mate.
Hell better watch out when you get there. That's all I'm saying. Somebody might be taking over someone's
So let's not talk about what happened to Keemstar. Let's just say he's hosting on TMZ now. But they try to dig up the remains of Benjamin, and let's just say it wasn't pretty.
Well, it was pretty, depending on whether you're North or South Korea, but to most people, it wouldn't be pretty. Also, what really interested Vladimir Putin was that buried along with this body,
I forgot about Russia.
Tons and tons and tons of containers of the purest, finest uranium.
Putin like very much.
So when Putin saw this, he said, "Wow, okay, so I got to get all of them out of here, and I got to find a way to get this shit back to Russia or wherever he hides all his shit." And he had to come up with a scheme of how to hatch that plan to get the uranium back to his spot.
So he was the scheme. Since vodka was their #1 export in Russia, he was going to convince all the rest of the countries to do what the Americans have been doing. Dip a tampon in vodka and shove it up their assholes and then pass out.
Why?
It's a vodka enema.
What? Listen, that's what they do, these stupid assholes in my country. All right? That's what they do in colleges.
That's honest. They do.
I'm not even
guys, come England. Fuck me.
That's what I'm dealing with in this fucking country.
Yeah, that's true, man. They really have done that.
Oh, no, we deal with drunk twats, fucking ambulances. You think I'm joking?
No, what? What do you mean?
Some geezer got pissed out his head, saw an ambulance, and thought, that looks all right.
What?
He got turned on by the sirens, didn't
Oh my God.
She was gagging for it. She was like, ooh. All right. But yeah, so back to the story. Tampons, Russia, vodka.
I know, man.
This story wasn't exactly written by George R. Martin. You know what I mean?
No. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things in this story that are interesting.
Oh, no doubt.
It's a real page turner, this one.
It's a visualizer.
Oh, please, no. No, no. So, last question. So, let's start with Cloud. Dude, what made you want to start YouTube? What made you want to... I know you do Twitch as well. What made you want to start these things?
Yeah, I mean, like, when I was younger, you know, I kind of started up doing some YouTube stuff. I'd been doing, like, the Let's Plays and stuff like that. And I don't know. Eventually, I just started doing the Twitch thing, and it was kind of fun. Like, I was going on other people's streams doing, like, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. And I said, you know what? Twitch is, like, a space that I really like. So I'm not really good at, like, setting up games and having people come along and join in and stuff. I was just like, I'll just game. And it kind of turned into, like a party thing. And people just come by. We play, like, multiplayer games. And it just kind of took off on its own.
Nice. That's good, man. So you're literally just doing it because you enjoy it, basically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's the main thing, really. You got to do something if you enjoy doing it. Don't do something if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. If that makes sense.
And I feel like that's just life, right? Like, you can cast out your line 100 times and not catch a thing, and then when you finally get a fish, it's kind of like, I better reel I better reel it in. Like,
yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Of course, in life, you have to do things that you don't like to progress into doing other things. That's just how it is. But when you find something you really enjoy doing, just don't let it go.
Exactly, and it's both ways, right? It's like, you've got to enjoy doing it, but, like, your potential audience and your potential whoever's going to support you in that has to enjoy what you're doing too. So it becomes kind of like a perfect tug of war. There's a lot of times you can enjoy the crap out of what you're doing, but eventually, if you're not getting the right response for it, you're going to stop enjoying it.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that everybody that's involved in what you're doing is kind of digging it as well.
You just described my sex life.
You know, I listen to what you just said, and it makes a lot of sense, because I just got involved with the whole YouTube thing in the last about 6 or 7 months, and you know, when I was on someone else's show, it was very easy for me just to jump in there, give my thoughts, and then jump off. But once you go and you try to, you know, do your own thing, and it's hard to like get everybody on board. You know what I mean? It's like like you said, it's a tug of war of, you know, do you want to do this? Should we do this? Do we both like this? Do we? You know what I mean? It's like yeah.
And I know, especially because you guys are like, you know, you're working together with people, and like I've tried to do things where like I'm working in tandem with other people, and that takes a whole lot more too, because now it's like, you know, who's directing things creatively, who's, you know, in the background, who's doing what where, and that can get kind of tricky sometimes. But hey, man, you guys seem like you've got it together.
Oh, thank you, man. Thanks a lot, man. I've been watching your guys' videos too. We just I was watching it all last night, man, and I gotta say, I enjoy watching your guys' videos too, big time.
Cool.
Yeah. And the whole gaming thing, I'm a gamer too. I consider myself a gamer, but that has to go to the Filthy Mouth Gamer in our whole thing, because that's like his thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And,
I've had a video game problem since I'm 5 years old, like a real issue. Like I'm addicted. Like I can't really stick to one game.
Right.
Like I really haven't counted. You know, I didn't take. You know, I'm not like autistic or anything, but I have to say that probably, I've probably completed over over 1,000 games in my lifetime. So but there's certain games I play a lot. But you know, my mother, she was a coin tech when I was 6 years old in an arcade. So.
Oh, wow, okay.
Bitch gave me the problem. She gave me the problem. Well, it was payback though, because when she gave birth to me, the size of my fucking head, her pussy's never been the same. So
right,
Jesus.
Yeah. My head was so large I had to be cut out of my mother. So
so there you go. They had to call the fire department for me with the jaws of life.
Yeah.
What do you play, by the way? What do you play?
And anything and everything really, but like mostly what I do for the Twitch, because like I said, you know, it gets the most like crowd reaction, is to play stuff that everybody wants to play. And what's cool is they're coming out with more and more games that are quote unquote Twitch optimized, so even if people can't play directly, they can at least influence the game in some way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I think we lost. Did we lose Twitch?
Yeah, we did. I don't know.
All of a sudden, I didn't hear him anymore. I was like, "What the hell happened?"
I guess we're hosting his podcast now. So
oh, now it's on. Now it's on.
Yeah, right.
It's all hell's gonna break loose.
I don't know what happened to him. I just tried calling him back. But
I actually I have never tried. I was gonna try Twitch. I went on there a few times. And basically, it looked like a bunch of Japanese girls playing video games with their tits out. So,
are you serious? Why? That's what happens on there too?
No. Listen, I'm going over the top. I believe if you do that, if there's nudity, I think they kick you off. But there's a lot of chicks on there that get themselves all done up and makeup and shit, and they'll play video games. And you know, guys are just fucking losers. So they go on there like, oh, I think I have a shot with her. Meanwhile, it's like, dude, nobody gives a fuck about you, dude. Die, kill you.
Well, guys who come onto that format to hook up with chicks are always like the funniest. I mean, it's like, really, you're on here trying to hook up with chicks, man? Like, honestly, they're fucking 90,000 miles away from you. Like,
right?
Yeah.
It's like whenever I go to like a video game show, you know, I know just as much and maybe more than anybody in that fucking room about video games, but I'm not socially awkward like most of them, dude. Most of those fucking people just, holy shit, dude. They're like. They don't know what to fucking do with themselves, man. I had a guy. I went to a Long Island gaming show a couple weeks ago, and there was a DJ, and he was DJing music from I don't know if you guys remember the game in the '80s, Outrun.
Yeah.
He was DJing the music from that game, and this kid had to be 11, 12 years old. Says, "Turn the fucking music down. I'm trying to play." Meanwhile, the kid's holding a fucking Nintendo 64 controller like a total dipshit. I wanted to slap it out of his stupid fucking hands.
He's got it like upside down.
Yeah, he had like how you used to have to hold a Nintendo 64 controller in the middle.
Yeah.
Like dick. Like you felt like when you were playing Nintendo 64, you had a dick in your hand.
You were like massaging it, like trying to get it to clear.
Right, exactly. Well, this guy had he had his hands holding like a regular controller, and his thumb was like all the way into the middle. I'm like, dude, I would stupid fucking GoldenEye, that dumb motherfucker.
One game I want to talk about though, No Man's Sky. I am pissed off.
Yeah,
Why you
with
don't
that
like
piece of with that piece of shit fucking uncompleted game.
I am so sad to talk about it. I had been waiting for that game for several years since it was announced. And
I don't like that you can't explore with other people, man. You know?
Oh no, you can. It's just it's just so rare.
it's
Yeah?
impossible,
Like
basically.
the game is multiplayer. The universe, there's about 7 quintillion planets in the game, isn't there?
Yep.
It's I think it's 18 quintillion planets.
And so what? You
Okay,
can't. The problem is you can't hook up with one of your friends like in a room before you like.
No,
Right.
it's like the game.
It'd basically be like trying to get across the whole universe to meet one of your friends and not having any way of contact.
That's pretty friggin' cool, though. You know, I wish that they.
It's cool for the first 10 hours.
Because matter of fact, I just finished it the other day, and yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, it gets really boring.
Did you get to that ending?
Well, I don't even know if it really was the ending. I don't. You know, should I spoil it? Whatever happened
Well, it's 7:45 now. You said 8:15.
Is everyone okay with spoilers here? Because
well, like I said, I'm not even sure if it's the ending because even after that happened, I kept pushing towards the middle of the universe and hitting black holes and all other kinds of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
So after you got the shitty ending where
What
all right.
you give birth to a star?
Oh no, you chose you went for the Atlas ending, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
No, we're talking about the actual ending.
Oh, so there's I have to go farther to get to the actual ending.
The ending is the center of the universe.
Oh wow.
Do I at least get blown?
All I'm gonna say is just don't waste your time. Just don't waste your time.
Oh man, really?
All I can say is this: as boring as it may seem, this game has opened up a shitload of doors, though.
Oh no! It's a good game, but
What as far as where they go with other games?
Completely half. Tell you what? Are you okay with spoilers?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Yeah.
All right. They completely half-assed that fucking ending. To the complete. You get there and you're expected to see a fucking mothership of something, can't you? When you get there, you're expecting to see something big.
Or God or whatever.
That's not what you get. You get a kind of it's like you're getting further away from a star. You keep getting further away from a star, and then it does a little rotation thing, and then you go towards this kind of red star, and then guess what happens after that? It restarts the fucking game.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna do that. I had a fucking feeling.
Wow.
But you gotta think about it this way. This game, I didn't even know this game was it was possible to make a game that large and not have virtually any load times whatsoever. But think of if you made a game like, I don't know, even 100th of its size, but it was like Mass Effect. Now we're talking. Like, how crazy would that be?
That'd be insane.
Right.
Yeah, that would be.
The thing for me with No Man's Sky is it was so hyped. I was looking forward to it. I brought it. For me, the frame rate drops. I'd play it something else, but it's good. It was good because you got in it was the first game of its kind where you could look up, see another planet, and go, "Fuck it, I want to go there," and you go there.
Right.
But it got repetitive, and then it just they promised that there would be something different every single time. No, you could meet the exact same alien in one room. I don't know, but that's just my opinion.
I think I just had low expectations for it because I didn't think they were going to pull it off. So maybe that's why it didn't totally piss me off.
I think they hyped it up too much.
Yeah, they definitely did hype it up, but I still can't believe that there was pretty much no load times. How did it even do that?
I don't know. Well, there's quite a bit of a load time when you're trying to get into the start. You got to wait a little bit, but it's
right.
Yeah, there you go. You're good. What was you gonna say?
I don't know. The math that went into it, and the fact that they don't have proper online gaming made it a little bit easier for them to make it so that load time stuff isn't going to affect you as heavily as like most games would, because there's not like a whole lot of rendering that needs to be done. Like the rendering happens like as per where you are in the game, and that's all determined.
That's the weird thing. So it kind of is multiplayer. It is multiplayer. There's millions of people playing on this one big server. It's just so big.
I actually found a handful of planets that somebody else discovered before me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't run into that person, but I was shocked. I was like, wow. Yeah. And you know, like the little check marks that are next to all the planets, like they start as red, and then you download them, and it turns green. The ones that somebody already visited is like a yellow check mark. So
that's the thing, though. Here's something: if you found a player, would you? Here's actually so. And for people watching at home as well, please write us in the comments. If you found someone, would you either work with them and be like, I'm with this person, or would you be the biggest arse bag ever and just kill him, shoot him down in space? Because I would be the arse bag and shoot him in space.
I probably
Honestly, I was wishing that they would make it so that you could make bigger ships, and just I wanted to play an entirely space game and just meet people and be like space pirates and just go through space continuously, like hunting down like ships and stealing credits and stuff
that
like
is sick. Yeah.
Well, isn't there a game coming out on PC that's kind of supposed to be like that? Star City.
Well, it's not going to be. I know there's a game coming out soon, but it's more like real pirate. What's it called?
Oh no, that's that pirate game. That's by like Peter Molyneux or whatever, I think, or at least his studio. But that's actually like High Seas Pirates, right?
Oh yeah.
It's one where you could all play. It's like, say there's about 20 people and it's a big lobby, and then there's about 5 people on the team. You get a ship and you try to board other ships as a team. It seems all right.
Right.
What do you guys play on? You play PlayStation? You play Xbox? Do you play both?
PC.
PC guy. Yeah.
So, guys, to recap this podcast, we've had an interesting story. Filthy Mouth Gamer, do you want to give a little highlight of it?
There was some restaurant. It was a real love story.
An American love story.
This is my channel, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we also got to know a little bit about Foul Mouth Network and Cloud. We just got to know about you guys, and I'm really grateful for you coming on. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on this podcast
Thanks
today.
for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And I love England, and that's my people over there. That's my ally. So love talking to you guys, man.
That's true, but we are cunts. We are big cunts. we can. No, joking about. We can. It depends really, because
as crazy as we both countries are, you know what? As long as America and England stick together, I think this world will be all right.
That's true, and as long as we don't get a prime minister who kisses up the arse of the president. Well, just imagine this. Imagine Nigel Farage became PM, and imagine let's say Donald Trump gets in. Imagine that fucking combo.
Man, I don't know what would happen with that, man. That's scary. That's scary.
That is scary.
That's definitely not Reagan and what's her name, Fairchild. That's definitely not them two.
True. But guys, if you like this video, please hit thumbs up. It helps me and Snake out so much. If you haven't already become a Twitch Snake today, I want to thank Foul Mouth Network and Claude Burnhard for coming on this podcast today. Make sure you check them out. Their description will be in the link below. Yeah, that makes sense. Their link will be in the description below. So please check them out. They have brilliant content. So from me and the guys here, see you later. Bye bye.
See you later.
Later.